नमस्ते। इस YouTube वीडियो में हम 2005 से 2018 आर्टिकल एंड प्रीपोजिशन देखेंगे। 2018 इन evenings they would sit together the dining table and rearrange the stamps. He had album for each country. 2018 में आया था। इन इवनिंग यहाँ होगा आपका in the evenings they would sit together yeah, ate at the dining table, rearrange the stamps. He had album for each country. He had an album. He had an album for each country. The ate and माध्यमिक 2018 में आया है। In the evenings they would sit together at the dining table and rearrange the stamps. He had an album for each country. 2017 में When John arrived Mumbai train, there was not single penny in his pocket. When John arrived Mumbai, तो यहाँ पर आप in भी लिख सकते हैं या फिर आप चाहें तो it भी लिख सकते हैं, दोनों सही होगा। When John arrived in Mumbai train by train when John arrived in Mumbai by train, there was not a single penny in his pocket. Next 2017 से नया सिलेबस शुरू है। इसमें 3 भरने के लिए दिया जाता है। आपका भी 3 ही भरने के लिए आएगा, पर 2016 से पहले आपका 4 भरने को दिया जाता था। चलिए 2016 का इंडिया stormed into quarterfinals the World Cup on Friday, defeating West Indies 4 wickets in not so high scoring game in Perth. India stormed into the quarterfinals the World Cup on Friday of the World Cup on Friday, defeating West Indies 4 wickets by 4 wickets in a not so high scoring game in Perth. 2015 अब 2015 से 2005 तक का मैं बोल दे रहा हूँ, मुझे लिखने में दिक्कत हो रहा है। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। 2015 लेप्चा, यहाँ पर घाट होगा GH लेप्चा घाट, कोई बात नहीं है। लेप्चा घाट इज मोस्ट exquisite place in the western part Darjeeling Hills. It offers unique experience nature lovers with its alpine scenario and magnificent view of Kanchenjunga. Lepcha Ghat is the, मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, the लेफ्ट गार्ड is the most security place in the exquisite place in the western part, दार्जिलिंग, यहाँ पर ऑफ करेंगे, ऑफ दार्जिलिंग, वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ दार्जिलिंग हिल्स. It offers a unique experience, nature lovers to nature lovers with its alpine scenario and magnificent view of Kanchenjunga. 2014 girls, the village have promised to fight the curse child marriage. The girls ये शुरुआत में रहेगा तो टी बड़ा लिख दीजिएगा, ठीक है. The girls of the village have promised to fight the curse against लिख दीजिएगा, against the curse of child marriage. 2015 के 2013. Most people are fond mystery stories. They find extra pleasure trying to solve mystery along with the investigator. Most people are fond के बाद हम ऑफ लिखते हैं, of mystery stories. They find extra pleasure. They find extra pleasure trying to solve most people are fond of mystery stories. They find an extra pleasure in trying to solve the mystery along with the investigator. 2012. अब पहले खुद से कोशिश कर ले करने का, उसके बाद देख लो कैसे कितना सही है. Students from neighboring school are going an excursions to Darjeeling. Dear teachers. चलिए, the students from neighboring school. The भी लिख सकते हैं, ए भी लिख सकते हैं हम. The neighboring school are going on an excursions to Darjeeling. Teachers with their teachers. WITS with their teachers. Tigress captured in the Sundarbans. May 10 had to be brought to Alipur Veterinary Hospital. Treatment. देख लीजिएगा पहले कैसे होगा, उसके बाद फिर आप देख लीजिएगा आंसर, ट्राई करेंगे. तो टाइग्रेस कैप्चर इन सुंदरबन इसका होगा आपका, यहाँ पर हम लिखेंगे द tigress captured in the Sundarbans. May 10 had to be bought or to May 10. तो इसके पहले क्या लिखेंगे? On May 10 had to be brought to Alipur, brought to the Alipur Veterinary Hospital. Okay. Treatment के लिए for the treatment. 2010 I arrived at my cousin's house. The evening it was freezing cold and we had early dinner in large room whose walls and ceiling were covered stuffed birds. देख ले I arrived at my cousin's house evening. In the evening, I arrived at my cousin's house in the evening. It was freezing cold and we had early dinner. Early. We had an early dinner in large room. We had early dinner in an in a large room. In a large room whose walls and ceiling were covered stuffed birds. Were covered with 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 stuffed birds. तो यार नो मैं बोल दे रहा हूँ आप खुद से पढ़कर करेंगे जहाँ तक आंसर का सवाल है आप पढ़ते रहिए और पढ़ते रहिएगा मैं लिख नहीं रहा हूँ अब सिर्फ जल्दी बोल दे रहा हूँ In India, the first successful oil well was sunk or wheel, later known as Digboi. In Assam, 19 October 1899, Digboi refinery is oldest running refinery in the country. In India, the first successful oil well was sunk at Borville, 88, later known as Digboi in Assam, on 19 October 1899. The Digboi refinery is the oldest running refinery in the country. 2008 का The test match of Eden Gardens between two rival teams, India and Pakistan, was exciting one. There was ups and downs. The fortunes of the two teams in first innings India's total 407 was almost overtaken Pakistan. The test match of at Eden Gardens between two rival teams, India and Pakistan, was an exciting exciting one. There was ups and downs, the fortunes of the two teams. There was ups and downs in the fortunes of the two teams. In first innings, India total 400 was almost overtaken off. In the first innings, India's total of 407 was almost overtaken by Pakistan. Okay, 2007. January 24, 1984 was a memorable day in Subhash's life. She was back on Sudha life. Oh, sorry. Sudha's life. Okay. She was back on stage. Arrangements were made a dance program at Big Hall, Mumbai. January 24, 1984 was a memorable day in Sudha's life, not Subhash, Sudha's life. She was back on stage. She was back on the stage. On the stage. She was back on the stage. Arrangements were made a dance for her dance program at big hall. At a big hall. At a big hall. Mumbai. In Mumbai. Okay. 2006. The disappearance of Subhash Chandra Bose. Here is Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. August 18, 1945 remains still unsolved mystery. There is no definite evidence of unfortunate plane crash or of Netaji being the plane at all. The disappearance of Subhash Chandra Bose occurs 18. There is date. So on August 18, 1945 remains still unsolved mystery, still unsolved, and remain an unsolved mystery. The disappearance of Subhash Chandra Bose on August 18, 1945 remains still an unsolved mystery. There is no definite evidence of unfortunate the unfortunate plane crash or of Netaji being the plane at all. Being in the plane at all. Last 2005. The Transport Minister has constituted one-man committee to look the demand of transport operators for increased fares. The Transport Minister has constituted one-man committee. A one-man committee to look the demand of transport. Look into the demand of transport operators for increase for an increase in fares. Okay. In this way, इस तरह पूरा हुआ 2005-2018 आर्टिकल इन प्रीपोजिशन. आप देख ही रहे हैं सब अधिक तरह का द, एट, एन, ऑफ, इन, टू, इट, ऑन सबका प्रयोग है. जहाँ तक आपका 2019 का सवाल है तो 18 का देख रहे हैं आप द, एट, एन, और 17 में भी देख रहे हैं आप इन या एट, बाई ए. तो ये जो आर्टिकल है ए एंड द, आर्टिकल में ए एंड द आता है। तो 18 में आपका एन आया था और 17 में ए आया, तो आर्टिकल एक नहीं आ ही रहा है और बाकी दो प्रीपोजिशन। ठीक है, तो ख्याल रखें। धन्यवाद।